Here's a quick and easy solution you can do to cool your Intel 12th and 13th gen processors. It's this thing. This little device actually replaces the ILM that's surrounding the 13900K. Even though this is one of the best AIOs around, the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 360, the 13900K will still hit 100 degrees Celsius, but we do get a respectable score because of that AIO. But I think we can do better. Step one is easy, just remove the current water block. If you've never done this before, don't worry, it's impossible to mess up. Now notice the 13900K's rectangular format. That's why it bends, because of the pressure in the middle. And now we want to put this on here, but first we have to remove this. And now we're going to place this on very carefully. And we're going to use the same screws that we just took off. When you're screwing these back in, just do a nice little crisscross format for safety. And you don't have to give it a lot of torque. They weren't on there very tightly to begin with, and they don't need to be on there tightly when you're finishing. I'm a big fan of using Arctic Clean 1 and 2 to get off old thermal paste. Really, it's just a few drops and a wipe. Rinse and repeat until you don't get any previous thermal paste on your paper towel. There is an appropriate orientation. You'll notice the little triangle right here. It actually matches up with the triangle on the 13900K. Once again, Arctic MX6 is the thermal compound of choice. Feel free to see my previous review videos on this compared to others. Spreading the thermal paste eliminates any chance of it not getting all over the CPU, which is what we want. Ensure the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 is all nice and clean, and reattach the water block. Be sure to use a crisscross format when screwing these in. Press the power button. Watch it successfully turn on. And here we are. Nice blue. Hey, give me back my blue. And after a Cinebench R23 run, we are still hitting 100 degrees Celsius as expected, and our score is pretty much the same. So luckily with this 13900KS processor on the ProArt Z790, it looked like we didn't have any weird concaving bending going on. So our temperatures were even, same score, so we had a good processor. A couple of the cores hit 5.8 gigahertz, as expected, a bunch of them 5.5, and of course the E-core is at 4.3. We do have a 10-degree delta between core 2 and core 8, so I've already taken this apart, put it back together twice, and it's the same thing, so that just is what it is for this CPU. And altogether, this took like 10 minutes. Yeah, I have two of these. This one is going in the thermoelectric cooling system that I have, sub-ambient temperatures for the 13900KS processor, hitting over 6 gigahertz, which is kind of nice. So stay tuned for a lot more fun things like this.